Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. Both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Taking a shot on the first play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Aggies want to move quickly. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Makes the grab. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because
trying to beat the D deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
In the gun, third down, Reed. He'll try to do it himself. What a weapon to be able to extend a play like that, and they stop him just a few inches short of the first down. Fourth down, Reed. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. quarterback running on the draw. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
To throw, Manning. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Might have a chance. Past the 50. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Aggie. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff for Brown. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He's got it way down the field. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Arch Madness. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy's fun to watch.
Coming out with it, it's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Here's the give off the left side. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll go right back to him. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for room. It's Owens. Maybe a crease.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Reed to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw, it's Reed. He fires one deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And I don't know as a defense on third down how you let that guy be wide open. You can let the tight end be wide open.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Horton. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Reed. Zings it complete to the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggie. A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the back. Here's Arts to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he tacked on the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Goes high to pull it in. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Here's Manning to throw. Pressure coming. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window.
There's some room. Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good way.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Tosses it incomplete.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a...
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up and
makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David. Going to take a shot. He's got it down the left. Here he goes. The tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Reed. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Horton. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Snags it, and there's running room. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Could be. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Manning on play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled.
He unleashes a long one. Upstairs to make the catch. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. A give to Brown. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his feet. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Manning. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing Reed. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Joker.
Back to pass, it's Reed. He wants to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time.
Makes the grab in their space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Aggies will hustle to the line. From the gun on third down, Reed. Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Holds and fires complete to the right. Smashes through the tackle. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might be looking to run. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do that.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it, throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, you kind of understand.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's swatted. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Moore to throw. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. They're going to run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's got it along the sideline. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Ducks are flying down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
It'll be a draw.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Moore throws toward the end zone. Big sprint down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Lets it go to the end zone, and he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll run it. Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Reed. He's going to run it. That's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster. Texas A&M going quickly. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Reed gets it out quickly. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
This D coordinator, man, he will take sacks any way he can get them. They weren't able to get it right off the bat, but tremendous job pursuing. Nice speed. Everybody keeping their eye on the QB. They're able to force him out of bounds and create that negative play.
Reed. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
On the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Defense in press coverage. Moore with the play fake. Here's a heat. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's second and long. He'll try to pop the draw. He's there to make the stop.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
In the gun on third down. Moore. Looking down the middle. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Moore. Throws to the tight end. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go play action with Moore. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Moore from the gun on third down. Hit as he throws.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll try it over the left side. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. DB's right up on the receivers. Running inside, it's Hill. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 4th down, more. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback extends the play. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. Got it down the field. Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The give to the left side. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Throwing more. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays.
Booster! Ready, go!
More play action. Here's the pressure. Avoids pressure on the right. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dante Moore. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle, and they'll push that lead down a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Bussey. Makes a grab and room to run. He's inside the 40. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now through this defense moving forward.
This drive will open from the 15. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Moore. He's going to let it go. Hits him in stride inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. A first down run in the red zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This should be the last play of the quarter. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. Caught, and he's got room. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Wants to adjust the pattern. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They want that clock to run. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Throwing more. He's got the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and then keep the drive alive.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Reed to throw for it on 4th. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Dante Moore lets it fly. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Manning. Naird on the right sideline. Touchdown Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looking for room, it's Hill. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
139 up. Ready.
Austin Mack. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give on the inside. He's not going to make it. What a job. Defense to stop him in his tracks.
And man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Russell. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The definition of 4-down territory. Turning it on! The 30! Running inside the 20! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. He's going for a big play downfield. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, sometimes it's less about the X's and O's, it's more about the Jimmies and the Joes and who's out there on the field making plays. Fourth down, in your own end, early in the game, you trust your guys to make a play, and they do.
Oh, they're after him, and they got him.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Arch is going to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Fourth down, Manning. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll try to get it in with the run. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. They'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown time.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bishop. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To throw, Manning. Looking for a deep man. Brings it in down the left side. Finds some room. Past the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got a step and just dusted the field. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On the run, it's Riley. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Keelan Russell. Fires one high and deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys...
And he's still running after the move. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his second touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Arch Madness. Going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Dropping back, it's Manning.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. He's going for it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Here's Arch to throw. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
That's a really nice route there by the slot receiver on the slant. He took his time. He set up the DB, put his foot in the ground, crossed his face.
The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball throwing, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Art's going to spin it again. Snagged out of the air.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Oh, he makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Russell. Under fire. On target. At the 45, on his way. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Throwing Russell. Under fire. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Manning. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Manning to the air again. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He might want another play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Keelan Russell. Moving out to the right. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. On the ground, it's Riley. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Maybe some room here. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
Black 18! Black it, go!
Looking for space. It's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll try the left side. It's a fumble on the play. Offense scoops it up and still going. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Bishop. Crosses the 30. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up. Who makes the winning plays to take home that W? And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Stepping to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Going to the ground. Got enough for the 1st. Here's a little room there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Bishop. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends him back in motion. Snap to the back. Runs through the tackle. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Here's a throw downfield late. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Back to the ground with the running back. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here's Manning to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's Manning. He wants a big play here late. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's the reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked